Okay, well, am I a crazy father or brave or trusting? I think I'm maybe a combination of all. And if you see behind us, we have Cody in the driver's seat of the Kugel Muroc.
Yep.
Cody's gonna drive.
I'm excited. How do you feel?
I'm excited, but I'm nervous. Which are you more nervous or excited?
I'm more excited.
You're more
I'll
excited?
be fine.
Okay, I think you will too. This car is easy to drive. We're gonna get it out on a nice drive and let you experience it.
Yep, here we go.
Just don't think about how much it's worth.
I will.
And how rare it is.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. And we're off. We're driving in the Roadster.
We're on a main road now. Uh-oh.
Yeah. So this is something that I never got to do with my father. Watch this. I never got to do with my father. He passed away young. Never got to drive. I rode with him in his hot rods, but never got to drive one with him in the passenger seat. So this is a joy for me, just being able to have my sons drive some of our cars. This car, again, it is very special to us, but if you knew how much, those that know this build would know how much this car costs, let's put it that way, and it is not cheap. This would be several $100,000 to build this car now. Just the body and the chassis, about 25 years ago, from what I was told, so don't quote me on this or something, but what I was told, just the body and chassis back then was $130,000 just for the body and chassis. Again, it's all handmade body, so, and it's a complete Kugel chassis, so that doesn't compare to the cost nowadays and finishing the car, the paint, the interior, the parts, and everything else. So very expensive car, so no pressure.
Yeah, none taken.
So we're gonna take a nice ride here and we'll show you a little bit and really get him out, not just cruising. We're gonna get him out, get him up to speed so he can get comfortable, and maybe one day here, Cody, you can drive this car, or you and Luke can drive this car, and your mom and I will drive the 413 coupe and go to a show.
Sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Here we go.
Okay. Now, what do you think about, how are you driving with your feet? Tell everybody what you have to do.
It's a lot different because I'm driving with 2 feet. There's not enough room for 1 foot or else I'll get all tangled up. So it's a lot different than a normal car.
So it's almost like you're driving a stick because you got to use your left foot for the brake, right foot for the gas.
Yeah.
But,
and I mean, I do watch for holes with my normal car, but you really got to be careful for holes in this car too, for sure.
yeah, you don't want to rip off the whole front end.
Yeah.
That would be inexpensive. You don't just go buy one of these grills.
Exactly.
So I think since we've had the car, we've put almost 400 miles on it already. And then this weekend is Midwest Roadster Run. So by the time you see this video, Midwest Roadster Run videos will be a few days later. But we're gonna add probably another 200 miles just this weekend on this car. So thanks again, Fred Warren. We greatly appreciate the opportunity to be the next caretakers of the car. Thanks to Low Man Rods for just servicing it before we really start driving it this year in Arizona and everywhere here. The only thing we really did to the car, oil, the master cylinder underneath the dash had a leak, so that was all replaced. All the brake lines were all flushed, it was all gooped up. And new tires, we had the tires all shaved on the outside, all smooth. So because that was 25 years old. The tires were 22 to 24, 5 years old, so it just needed some new parts to be able to service it.
I will say it drives pretty nice for a hot rod. I like it.
You have so much experience driving hot rods.
This is the second one.
Yeah. It is a lot different driving this car versus the blue Roadster.
Yeah.
Now, how long, again, tell everybody how long you've actually had your license.
I'd say about 3 weeks now.
Is it 3 weeks?
2.
2 weeks?
Where am I going?
Left. We'll go left and then straight to the right.
Okay.
So you just gotta watch cars coming over real quick. So pull up a little bit. You're fine this way, just look there. And then just kind of go over. So right now we're just going country roads and out to a main road, and just really kind of taking a nice drive today. It's really pretty. All the Roadsters are coming in for Midwest Roadster Run today too, so we're going to take the 413 coupe out later and see what's come into town. Does it handle like a go-kart?
No, not really.
No? What would you compare it to?
I don't have that much experience, so I don't know what I would compare it to.
Is it weird not being able to see the front end? Because you can't see the front end or the tires.
Yeah, it is pretty weird there. Where am I going?
We're gonna go left. Just wait.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about that. It's gonna be annoying.
Oh,
Just
there's
turn
a
it
car
off.
up here.
Okay. Gotta honk that way. Watch out for her. Watch out for her. Okay, go. Okay. It's 50 through here, so let's go, Cuddy! Pretty quick for sure. We'll have to let you really get with it because it's super fast. Has an LS engine in it, so this thing will get up and go. Think you can do a road trip in this?
No, my legs would get too tired.
You sound like an old man already.
Yeah, I know. There isn't that much leg room, so.
Now me, I still have cushions behind my back. 'Cause my back isn't good, so I always have cushions, and then I'll put a cushion underneath my leg to hold it up sometimes. To rest it.
I'm young, I'm fine.
Yeah.
It sure does get windy though.
Yeah. That's a Roadster.
Yeah.
It'd be a long trip to do something like this across country with no top. You'd be worn out with the wind each day. I know guys do it, and I'm envious of it. When I was young, I think that would have been super cool and I could have done it, but not anymore. I don't think my body, well, I know my body couldn't, my back couldn't handle it, but I don't know if I have the energy to do it.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts?
I'm still getting used to driving with 2 feet, but I like it.
Did you ever think you'd be driving hot rods?
Not at this age. Am I going straight?
Yeah.
Get in the right lane?
Just stay here.
Definitely not at this age.
Yeah, how many friends or kids at school ever get to experience this?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's not to brag. But we feel blessed to have experiences like this that a lot of other people don't get. Now, it took us many years to get to this point, or to buy our first hot rod, or to do this stuff. It didn't happen overnight. You'll hear in an upcoming video or a previous video how I got started and where we're going. But when I got married, Cody, with your mom,
Yeah.
I made $238 every 2 weeks. We lived in low-income apartments. She was a full-time college student, and I made $238. Then I quit and took an all-commission job, an insurance position, and broke. We lived in low-income apartments. We had nothing. So we put in a lot of time, a lot of hours, a lot of years to be able to have fun, hot rods, travel, and all that stuff. So don't think that you need something. We'll go straight. Don't think that you have to have something or need something right now. If I was smarter back then, I'll tell you what I would have done differently. I would have not bought hot rods as fast. I would have been like smarter people. I would have bought and invested in property, and I would have had more properties, and I would have had my properties then paying for my hot rods and everything. So learn from someone smarter. If you think of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki book, right? He learned from his rich dad to invest in other things and let those things pay for others. So be smart, get around people that are smarter than you, smarter than me, and learn from them. So we're trying to teach our boys. I love hot rods. I want them to have one if they want one day, but buy property first.
Yeah.
Have multiple revenue streams. So you got to drive it a little bit more now, Cody. You got to push the gas a little bit more. What do you think?
It's definitely quick when you actually get on it. For sure.
It's probably the fastest car you've ever driven. Well, it is the fastest car.
Yeah.
You've only driven a couple.
Yeah, for sure. It's nice being on a road where you get to go kind of fast.
Yeah. Well, maybe one of our things on our website, we're going to have a member section where you can join as a member. We're going to have discounts for our members. We're going to have giveaways. We're going to be giving away a crate engine first to our first 100. So you have a 1 in 100 chance to win a brand new crate engine with our new member section coming. But maybe one of the things we do is you get to drive one of the opposing cylinders cars if you're one of our members. Would that be cool?
That would be pretty cool. Just make sure they're a good driver.
We'll have to test you out, make sure you qualify before we just put you behind the wheel.
Yeah.
But maybe that's something cool. We want these cars to be your cars. We want you to be a part of the family and enjoy these cars with us and really get to experience them. So if you see these cars at an event, let us know. I'll let you sit in it. Don't just sit in it, hop in yourself. But if you see us, I want you to be able to do that. So they're your cars too. Just be respectful of it, and we want you to enjoy these cars. What are you learning now, Cody?
Straddling the holes and stuff like that on bad roads.
So we're in a rough section of road where dodging holes and dodging craters and everything on the road. So
you gotta be hyper alert all the time.
You don't get too, I guess you get nervous if you've never driven something like this, but once you do it, it's pretty straightforward. I try not to think about it,
Yeah.
right? You just drive. But wheels. I took 3 months. We actually had a polishing room in our garage. So for those of you that think that I don't know anything, I used to do all that stuff. We had a motor built for my first car. I stripped it to bare metal. I polished a set of Z28 wheels, which is watch out for the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
And I spent 3 weeks sanding and polishing. We had a polishing room in our garage, and my father used to polish and buff. We did a lot of American mags wheels back then. He did blowers, manifolds, really anything, stainless trim. I learned how to do all that stuff as a kid. I remember sanding on Americans just back and forth as a kid. We didn't have much money, and that was Dad's side gig. He did that on the side for extra revenue. So when you don't have any money, you work.
Yeah.
And you do extra stuff. But then we had that car painted. We lowered it. You know how we lowered the car back then, Cody?
How?
We didn't have no coilovers. We cut the springs, man. We cut the springs, and that sucker was cool. But it was a cool car. I told Cody, remember what I told you about wiping your car off each day?
Yeah.
What did I say?
Take care of it.
But what I do?
Nice things. You did it every day.
I wiped my car off every day in high school. If there was frost on it, I took a hot chamois out there and with hot water, and I wiped off my car before every day of school. It was a car show for me every day.
Yeah.
But that's just the weird person that I am, and clean freak. I'm not as bad as what I used to be. On the road. We only hit one roadkill. Cody ran over a snake in the road. So it was already dead, but it was a good snake right there.
That's a stick.
That was not a stick. That was a snake. We ran over the snake. Okay, Cody has never been on the highway yet. At all. Never driven on the highway. So his first time on the highway is going to be in the Kugel Muroc. So we don't have that far to go, but we are going to hop on the highway. And yeah, what better way to get some experience in a topless roadster for your first time on the highway. So we're just going to turn right. Stay over here to the right, see how it's rough. Drive up here to the right. Over here. Yep. Yep. Just go up. Yep. And then you're going to push it out and start going over. Start pushing the gas. You got to get on the highway. Get up to about 55, 60 quick. You're fine, just keep going. You're fine, I got you. Don't look. I got you, just keep going. Keep going faster. Get up to 65, stay in this lane. Yep, you're just gonna run down through here. A little bit faster. Thank you everyone for watching. It's been a fun day. I know I had a ton of fun. Obviously, thank you to Kevin at Opposing Cylinders. Who?
Kevin.
Who?
Kevin. My dad.
Yeah.
And thank you for letting me drive. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button. And that's all for today. See you guys.